Welcome to the channel, Jaden Chase. Now, Uncle Neil, Donna Lee Donaldson's uncle, stated that he had been targeted by individuals who he believes was sent by the main suspect in the Donna Lee Donaldson murder trial. Now, Uncle Neil is thankful to be alive after a robbery that could have gone the other way. I'm going to hear what one, and then we'll continue the reasoning. Some people are saying them try for Uncle Neil. Look and listen.
Donna Lee have a look brother now what him too jumpy and too ignorant. You understand? So big up Uncle Neil people. Anyway people, you know so them rob Uncle Neil what their people. But tell us them Christmas thief here and no cater nobody know. Donna Lee good uncle people. What they are. The man them rob Uncle Neil people. Papa Jesus. So people if you can't go help Uncle Neil cause you understand. You no go see if you can help him and go on a good side. The man them rob look Uncle Neil people. Rob Uncle Neil people. Rob all their money. Take away him credit card, everything. I don't know, you see, that's what I need for take over the country fast, you know, people. Because I say if I take over the country fast. Donna Lee case now, people. Whole heap of people call me from all over the world and say, why me not finish solve Donna Lee case? People, I don't know what else to do because at the end of the day, I really don't know what else to do and what else to say because I want to help me now, people. Remember, you know, this was a case where even police said it now will get solved. This was a case where the family them give up. Them take to the street. When people take to the street in Jamaica or any country, that for sure said them not getting no justice and them don't say no way out except to take to the street. You understand? Anyway, me sort out of a sort out. You understand? The whole world see it because we did it on social media. Gaia, get ready to go to school. Go on for your shoes. Daddy is so ready. You understand? So, big up Donna Lee parents, you understand, her family them. But Noel is now locked up. Him get charged. Remember, you know, I go as far as carry the brown envelope.
Now some are speculating that even if the murder accused now have the strong links out a road, meaning say to hold a trial ago, any members or friends we have within law enforcement probably don't want to hear nothing from him right now. Look on the crime that he's accused of. Look on the amount of evidence that them have against him. Look on the fact that the prosecutors have said he had accomplices, whether knowingly or unknowingly. When they go to the car wash, them say another individual was there. So right now, no member of law enforcement probably don't want to get tied up with what take place in the Donna Lee Donaldson murder case. But some speculate that maybe the accused has the resources to get it done. Remember, this is an individual who, while being a member of law enforcement, and here we are going with wages and law enforcement, this individual drive a late model BMW and live in an uptown apartment. You wouldn't believe an officer of his rank could have maintained a lifestyle like that. But somehow, him do it. At one point, too much are to the amount of people he was associated with within the music circles. Some people that say him own a record label. At one point in time, when the headlines they just start circulate, them not say him as a producer. If you're a record label and them call a record label name, which overseas is slang for law enforcement. But that could all just be coincidence. Now I also want to ask the question, do you think that Noel Maitland is covering up or covering for any other individuals who might have been involved? Or was this murder just committed in a jealous rage? A domestic issue that led to murder, which then led to the cover-up. Because remember, Noel Maitland's murder case will also involve his covering up of the murder. What the neighbors them say take place, I'm not trying to get them for erase footage. The coach that was taken to the car wash. When you see a family saying that they need closure, they want the body, so that a burial can take place and them can have some type of closure and then look forward to justice being served. And law enforcement have the individual who them say based upon the evidence is the individual who committed the crime. But him now give them the information that they need to retrieve the body. And when they see the court can then say, along with prosecutors, bring charges against that individual for preventing lawful burial. Remember, innocent till proven guilty. So based upon this charge being brought against him clearly, them have all the evidence to point to him committing the act. Some have also said that if Maitland didn't commit the act, it was then a setup. Can him go fear her yard, bring her, go a female yard, and then him left. And instead of returning home, discovering what going on, being a member of law enforcement, go make the report himself, and along with the other members of law enforcement, go search for the perpetrators, knowing him live in an exclusive uptown apartment with cameras. But the fact that that was not his action, then where you think you have enough things out there hard to figure out, the game tricky. But this don't look like one of them. A whole heap of situations and scenarios out there where even when the era go on from the different sides, you're still not really convinced that the person who them are accused are the individual. When let me say Russian Barnett was the cousin of Kamisha Wright, was the perpetrator of the murder of her and her youth them. People that say wait, her cousin. But then when law enforcement point out that other than she and her youth them, her cousin alone lived there. In the day before the act occurred, and after, he was nowhere to be found. He was then located all the way in Trelawny where he come from. Law enforcement find the weapon, match the crime, and then the people that's the yeah, on a rocket science. I am do it. Which is the same thing happen when these things go to trial and the case is presented before a judge and the jury. And I like them going to travel back in time and go to the scene. When them going to present the pieces of evidence. And in a Donna Lee Danson's case, even before the accused was in custody, the amount of evidence that started to circulate. Which also leads to the question. Since the murder accused has not pled guilty and is clearly planning to take this to trial, what do you think will be the outcome of the murder trial? Remember, the pieces of evidence where the prosecutors use to stop the bail are just some of the evidence that them choose to use. Remember, the defense say every time them go to court, them feel like they are sideballed or railroaded as they would term it. And them come prepared to talk about one thing, and then the prosecutors just say, we have this to him. This clearly point to him committing the crime. And bail can't grant. I mean, at this point in time, the only reason why the bail hearings even continued are just because it is a citizen's right. But clearly, even the defense attorneys realize that the accused is not getting bail. That is definitely something that is out of the question where this murder case is concerned. Talk to me in the comment section. Let me know what you think. And of course, if you're new to the channel, just a pass through, click the subscribe icon and then the bell icon. Of course, put it on all. And this is how you know we'll be notified of all fresh content as soon as fresh content is uploaded and of course made available for you right here upon the platform. The like icon is also in close proximity to the share icon. Drop a like and bust a share. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell him sister and him brother them for check out the channel, check out the reason, join the discussion, the comment section up 24/7. It never lack yet. Just be respectful and mindful of the guidelines. But other than that, drop your thoughts, your comments, and yes, your opinions there. And we can continue the reasoning via the comment section. You know the sentiments. And for those who don't, my sentiments for you and yours. And of course, we want to live, love, and prosper. And for to stay tuned. And of course, Miss Slug, I send a big thank you to all the people who continue for sure support to she and her family. Now, for like and share the video. And to the reason again, as stated before, stay tuned.